To improve English language, we have to learn grammar. Without grammar, we can't improve our English because we use grammar in our practice, English practice. But yes, I find it very difficult and complicated when I am to use grammar in my practice. If you are also one of them who has no idea how to use grammar in our practice, English practice, then today's video is going to be helpful for all of you. So without skipping this video, just be with me till the end of this video, because in this video I'm going to tell you that how should you use grammar in your practice. So first thing which you have to do, that is learn tenses. We do know that there are three tenses and we have to learn their types. But while learning tenses, we just need to learn those tenses deeply. We just do not need to learn all these tenses for any examination. We are going to use all these tenses in our practice, our English practice. So now just keep one thing in your mind, that you are not going to learn it only for examination. So now you have to remember all tenses. So to remember tenses, you just need to do one thing, that is take your notebook and do some written practice. Learn all these tenses with their examples. Suppose you are learning today one tense, present tense. Now you have to learn their types: simple continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So now you have to do another thing, that is you have to learn their types even. Now you are taking simple present tense. So it has its own four types, like affirmative, negative, interrogative, and double interrogative. So that's how you have to learn it deeply. In my case, I had learned all these things. When I was watching DS's video, in that video, Sir was telling everything about tenses. Till that time, I had no idea that there are such a kind of types of each tenses. I had no idea that there were affirmative, negative, interrogative, or double interrogative types of one tense, like simple present tense. So each tenses has such a four types. So you have to learn all these tenses, all these types even. So while learning all these things, you have to learn at least 25 or 30 examples of each tenses. So now how you are going to practice? Suppose you are learning simple present tense. I have told it's four types: affirmative, negative, interrogative, and double interrogative. Now you have to learn its structure. And after learning its structure, write down at least 30 examples of that one tense, that one type. And where you are going to get all these examples? See, we all have our phone. You just need to make use of your phone. I do remember that I had learned from Google. When I was told to learn its example, at that time, sir had given us some examples in description box. So I had learned all those examples, but with that examples even, I had I had to do my own practice. So to do my own practice, my homework, I went to Google and searched for those examples. When I was learning all these examples from internet, at that time one thing struck me, that was, what if I make such examples by myself? Instead of finding searching for examples on internet, if I try to make sentences by myself, that would definitely help me. So I tried to make sentences. So how did I make sentences? So first thing which I want to clear, that is, when I was learning structure of that one type, like affirmative, at that time I had learnt some examples using my own mother tongue. Suppose I have written down some examples. So with that even, I translated all those sentences, all those examples in my mother tongue. So that's how I got an idea that how can I construct sentences. So first thing which I did, I made sentence in my mother tongue, and then I translated all those sentences in English language using those structures. So that's how I made sentences and practiced all these types of tenses. So after practicing of all these tenses, and if you give at least 15 or 20 days to only these tenses, you would be able to construct sentences by yourself, by your own self. Suppose you are saying that I'm not able to use helping verbs, I'm not able to use grammar in my practice. See, if you do not learn grammar, then you won't be able to practice your English, because whatever we practice, we use all the grammar in our practice. Suppose I am saying something in English language, I'm using all those things which is told. So now do not make excuses. Learn grammar, tenses and voices, just two things you have to do. You just do not need to learn anything separately. I always say that you just do not need to take any efforts to learn grammar. Just before starting your journey towards your English language, just learn some grammar, and that is tenses and voices. And I have told that how to learn grammar and how to use that grammar in your practice. After learning grammar, you would be able to practice. Otherwise, there isn't any other way to learn this language. Learn these all tenses deeply, their types, with their examples. If you learn 25 or 30 examples of each type, you would be able to construct sentences by your own self. If you're not getting examples to practice, then go to Google, search for examples of each tenses. You would get there easily, and practice day or night. Just think of English language in your mind, try to make sentences all the time. Think that what did you learn in grammar, what did you learn, and try to make sentences in your mother tongue and try to translate those sentences in English language. Do not think that you should not use your mother tongue. Initially, you have to use your mother tongue, and using your mother tongue, you can easily improve this language. If you are told you should not use your mother tongue to improve this language, that's how you can't improve your language, then you are told wrongly. In my case, I used my mother tongue, and using my mother tongue, I improved this language. I improved this language sitting alone in my room at home. Didn't join any course, didn't spend single rupee. And if I could improve, then it is even possible for all of you to improve this language at home. Just need to take some efforts. And if you are ready to take any kind of efforts, then no one is there to stop you from becoming fluent in English language. First thing which you have to do, that is learn grammar and go gradually. You can't learn all these things at a time. It's not possible for anyone. If you are thinking to improve this language within a few months, like 2 3 months, it is not going to happen to you, because you didn't get that kind of environment. You have no one with whom you can practice. This thing takes time. This is a language, and it takes time. Give at least 6 or 1 year to this language, and that's how you can improve this language. Just dare to learn all these things. Just tell your mind, be humble to yourself. Nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself. If you are good at studies, then it is very easy for you to learn grammar and implement all those things in your practice. You can easily implement, as I have implemented. Today, you have someone to tell you that how to use grammar. When I was improving this language, there wasn't anyone to tell me that that's how you can use your grammar in your practice, in your English practice. I found my way by myself, getting some guidance from others. See, I wasn't the one who had watched Dear Sir's video. There were so many people. You guys have an idea he has more than million subscribers. I have no idea. Before 2 years ago I had watched his video. On that video at least there were a few millions view, and I was also one of them. After watching his video I improved my language. So I can't say that how many people improved this language after watching his video. But did he tell everything in his video? He just told whatever was important to improve this language. And I feel I was also one of them who took that thing seriously because I had that kind of urge to improve this language, and I improved. So, how did I practice tenses? And how did I use all those tenses in my practice? I'm just telling to you because I feel that you should also speak this language because I do know that what you are going through to learn this language. Before 2 years ago, I was also one of you. So just do some practice, written practice. I feel you should not waste your time on those things which are useless. Today we see people waste their time on their phone, like they watch reels which are not so important. We just scroll down and what we are doing, we are just wasting our time and getting nothing from those things. People who make videos, who make reels, they are getting something because they have so many people to watch their reels. They are getting views, subscribers, and what we are doing, we are just wasting our time and thinking that nothing is happening good to us. If you continue wasting your time like this, then nothing is going to happen good to you. Just show mercy upon yourself and just be nice to yourself. Tell yourself that nothing is impossible for yourself. This is just a grammar. If I was able to learn this grammar for my examination, then it's just a language. I can easily implement all those things which are in a grammar in my practice. So, to learn grammar, we just need to take some efforts. What kind of efforts? Just need to do some written practice. And to do practice, you just have to give your some time. Like if every day, if you give half an hour to your practice, just learn one tense every day and write down its 30 examples. Try to make sentences by yourself using your own mother tongue. And after learning all these tenses, start practicing your spoken English. Try to construct sentences in English language using that all grammar. And that's how you can improve this language as I have improved using this way. And that's how you can learn grammar. And after learning grammar, you would be able to start to practice your English. So just take some efforts and improve your language. Thank you very much for watching my video.